Thank you guys so much for being here. After last video, I was hoping you guys would return, and you guys have, so thank you so much. Speaking of the last video, I want to thank each and every one of those people that reached out to me. We had well over 140 comments on the video, all of them positive. I had people calling me, emailing me. I even had Joey DIY give me a call. So Joey, if you're out there, I can't thank you enough for calling, checking on me, making sure everything was alright. Now, with that said, we're changing gears from last video. We're going to get back to being fun and positive, and we're going to start that with a tour of the fish room. We're going to go back and check the Red Terror Pair that had spawned that I told you about 2 weeks ago. Let's see if they've eaten their eggs, if they have wigglers. Let's see what's going on with those Red Terror Pair. I was so excited about that spawn. Let's see if I'm still excited about it. There's my beautiful Red Terror, the Feste Red Terror Cichlid Pair. Let's close in on them. Focus. Focus. And there they are. About 100 Red Terror fry, free swimming fry. I am absolutely over the moon, excited, can't believe it. This is the first time out of a lot of tries that I've ever spawned these Red Terror Cichlids. Shout out goes to Aaron and Betty, who actually got this pair for me as a Christmas present. Guys, I will never forget this. This is one of the biggest successes I've had in the fish room. I know you guys weren't able to get them to spawn. I don't know what's different between your area and mine, but they spawn, and I'm excited, and you will definitely be getting some Red Terror fry to grow up in your fish room. So, male looks stunning. As you can see, I've got an aquascape well, lots of hiding places for the female. The only thing I am concerned about is this filter is running on a canister filter, so there's an intake tube. I'm going to have to cover that up with a sponge so the fry don't get sucked up. Other than that, great news, we have fry! Okay guys, the next pair of fish I have is the Green Terror Cichlids. Yes, the Green Terror Cichlids. First the Red Terror, now the Green Terror, the Rivellatas. They have spawned in this 40 breeder. It's not aquascape like the rest of my tanks, but I did go in a little later and aquascape it to give them some more hiding places. Here you can see the eggs are fertilized, nice brown color. If they weren't fertilized, it would be white. And this pair is doing really well. This was about 4 days ago, and I'll give you a shot of what the tank looks like now. So about 4 or 5 days later, I decided to put a little substrate in, put some plants in, aquascaped it a little bit so there's more hiding room, hiding places for the female and or male, and just so it's a little more natural to their environment. So this is how it looks now. As you can see from the rock, they've already moved their eggs and buried them, and I am looking forward to some fry very, very soon. Alright guys, we'll keep you updated. While I was in the fish room, I noticed my fry were really eating the slime coat off the male doveii here. You can kind of see it. Little fry just picking them off one by one. I wanted to get that taken care of, so I asked Liz to come in and help me move the fry to another tank. We'll discuss why we're doing this. Here you see Liz emptying some water out into a bucket, and now she's in there trying to get the fry out. And as you can see, I've aquascaped it where it's difficult for Liz to get in here and get the fry out because of all the driftwood and everything that's in the way. What's going to have to happen is, at some point I realize it's not going to work. I need to get in there and I need to get all the driftwood out. So yep, there I am pulling every stick of driftwood out. You really don't think about this stuff when you're putting the driftwood in and you're trying to make it look beautiful, but at some point, you know, your cichlids will breed, and the only way to get the fry out, especially in this situation, is to pull every piece of wood out, which is what we did, and Liz was able to get all the fry out. Alright guys, so how cool was that? Red Terror Pair doing fantastic. The fry are free swimming. On top of that, now I have a Green Terror Pair that have spawned. They're protecting their eggs very aggressively, and I expect those fry to be swimming really soon as well. I showed you taking the doveii out, the doveii fry out of the doveii pair's tank. What was going on there is that the fry were eating at the male's slime coat. That makes me very nervous because the slime coat is very important to the cichlid's health. It helps defend itself against parasites and diseases. You never want to see that slime coat get attacked to the extent that you saw the fry attacking the male's slime coat. So I thought it was important for me to go ahead and get those fry out. Alright, next guys, we're going to talk about what is that music? What kind of video is this? This video don't make no sense. Y'all want to see something cool? Better than that? Fish related to? Yeah! Check out my video. Now that's hot. All of my hobby life, I've been keeping big cichlids that were bold and beautiful, that were mean and aggressive.
If I didn't keep fish tanks, I would probably lose my mind.
Even when I go to bed, big cichlids are on my mind.
African and dwarf cichlids seem to be a waste of time.
Give me my big cichlids if you want me to be kind. All of my fish tanks are large. I know you wish you had the same. I keep cichlids 3 feet long. Smaller fish can be so lame.
If I didn't keep fish tanks, I would probably lose my mind.
Even when I go to bed, big cichlids are on my mind.
African and dwarf cichlids seem to be a waste of time.
Give me my big cichlids if you want me to be kind. Woo! Come on! Come on! God. All of my hobby life, I've been keeping big cichlids. Alright guys, so how cool was that? I have been getting a lot of messages based on my Red Terror's breeding and based on last year, the amount of cichlids that I bred. What are my tips? What are my tricks? What am I doing to get these cichlids bred? So let's talk about it. Number one, what I like to do and what I would advocate to anyone, regardless if they're breeding or not, is to do lots of water changes. It's very important for the cichlids to have great water conditions. And it also, the twofold thing of this is that by changing the water, I change the water and put in water that's a little cooler than the water that's already in the tank. Not enough to shock them, obviously, just a few degrees cooler, but that cooler water seems to trigger them where they think it's like a season changing, and that triggers them to spawn. So lots of water changes, and when you do water changes, make sure that the water is a little cooler coming in. You will definitely see some reward from that. The second thing I like to do is I like to feed a wide variety of diets, especially when I'm trying to get them fed, get them to breed, excuse me. So I feed a lot of, I don't do any live food, so I do like this Tetra Jumbo Min. I know some of you guys are shaking your head, but this has done really well for me. I have shown lots of cichlids in competition, and they really color up and do well with this. So this is something I use. It's great food for them. I use this, and then I mix it up, and I use the Aqueon Monster Fish Melody. I think this stuff's great. It has a lot of freeze-dried worms, insects, all sorts of different stuff in here that really gets them in that spawning mode. I also use frozen food. I particularly like Rod's food. I got introduced to this, I think, at the NEC convention, and I've been using it ever since. Definitely check out Rod's Food. I enjoy it. There's a lot of different brands out there. This is just the one I particularly like to use. Alright, so water changes, cooler water to trigger them to spawn, a variety of food, and then the last thing I like to do, or one of the things I like to do, is I like to give lots of hiding places. You guys have seen my tank. It is a pain pulling all the stuff out whenever you want to pull fry and stuff like that, but I like to give my fish lots of privacy, lots of hiding places. So you're going to see a wide variety of driftwood in there like this. This area is where the fish, especially the female, can go and hide and spawn and feel safe and feel like she can protect her eggs. So you will see a wide variety of wood and plants and different rocks and stuff. Some people just use flower pots, which is totally fine. It totally works. I just am a little funny about my aquascape. I like it to look very, very natural, like it came off the river. Like if you cut the river in half and you looked in, I want my tanks to look like it would naturally look. So I'm not a big flower pot person. I don't like the way it looks in my tanks, but it certainly has been successful for hundreds of thousands of hobbyists out there. So definitely, if you don't want to pay all the money for the substrate and the driftwood and all that stuff, I totally understand getting flower pots. You will still get the same success rate that I'm getting. Definitely try that out. So again, in review: water, cooler water, variety of diets, hiding places, and I'm gonna tell you my fourth tip. Don't tell anyone, but it works. If nothing else, like I just said, works, try this one. Barry White music. That's right, Barry White. Come on. Alright guys, that is it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the music video. Liz and I had a lot of fun with that. If we get like 2,000 views and let's 150 thumbs up, I will actually upload the entire video by itself for you guys to enjoy. So you got it? 2,000 views, 150 thumbs up, which is, it's not hard. That's kind of within the realm of what I normally do anyway. So get those thumbs up, get those views up. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that notification bell. Definitely give me some love. Let me know if you liked the video or not. Even if you thought it was funny or just downright ridiculous. If it made you laugh, if it made you smile, my job is done. Hit that like button. Let me know, and I'll be glad to upload the entire video that actually has some footage of Liz singing as well. Alright guys, thank you so much for viewing. You didn't have to come to my channel, but you picked me, and I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. As I said earlier, definitely check out Andy Wood's channel. It is fantastic, especially if you're into the big cichlids like I am. And also check out my boy Michael from Michael's Fish Room. He is very close to getting 13,000 subscribers. I think he's like 70 away. Give that man some love. Hit his sub button, get him up to 13,000. I'm close to hitting 1,600. I think I'm about 20 away. Give me some love too. I want to hit 1,600 sometime this week. Alright guys, thank you so much. Always a pleasure talking to you guys. We have a lot of fun coming your way next week. Can't wait to see you. Talk to you later. Bye bye.